Chapter 8, Mishnah 8. The following Mishnah tells where the sacrificial parts of valid offerings are placed until they are ready to be taken up to the top of the altar. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. The limbs of the daily Tamid offering, which is an Olah offering, are placed temporarily on the lower half of the ramp leading up to the altar on the western side of the ramp until it is time to take them up to the top of the altar and throw them on the fire. The limbs of the Musaf offerings of Shabbos and the festivals, which are also Olah offerings, are placed on the lower half of the ramp on its eastern side. The limbs of the Musaf offerings of Rosh Chodesh are placed on the ramp above the ledge of the altar. The Mishnah now concludes with a discussion of whether the mitzvah of Shekalim and various other mitzvahs must be observed when the temple no longer stands. The mitzvah of donating Shekalim to the temple fund, as well as the mitzvah of Bikurim, first fruits, apply only when the temple stands. The Shekalim are used to purchase sacrificial offerings. And when the temple is not standing, no sacrifices are offered. Bikurim must be brought to the temple. So when there is no temple, there is no obligation to separate Bikurim. However, the Meiser of grain, the animal Meiser, and the laws of the Bechor apply both when the temple stands as well as when the temple does not stand. That is, Meiser must still be separated from produce and from animals. Since the Bechor and Meiser animals can no longer be offered on the altar, their owners must wait for them to develop a blemish, after which they may be slaughtered and eaten. The Bechor must still be given to a Kohen. Having taught that one need not designate Shekalim or Bikurim when the temple is not standing, the Mishnah discusses the question of someone who went ahead and did so. If one designates coins as Shekalim or fruit as Bikurim at a time when the temple is not standing, the designated item is consecrated. A dissenting opinion. But Rabbi Shimon says if one says these Bikurim are consecrated, i.e. he designates some fruit as Bikurim, they do not become consecrated at all.